All right, guys, here I am. I am doing something that I never in my life thought that I would actually be comfortable doing, and I don't even know if right now I'm comfortable doing it, but I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna keep doing this because it's something that I'm meant to do. Um, my name is Karina. I am the one who started Holistic Mind, Body, Soul. Holistic Mind, Body, Soul started as a place for me to just go where everything was positive. Everything I posted was positive, and everybody I followed on that page was positive, and it was something that was meant to really kind of help me through a dark time. When I was going through my dark night of the soul, some people call it awakening, whatever people call it, there's stages to awakening. And I was going through my toughest part of it, the part where I'm really finding myself and really figuring out who I am and why I'm here and why I've lived the life I've lived and, why I know the people I know. Um, you know, it all boils down to this moment right here that we're all in. A lot of people see the world right now as something that's terrible and that's falling apart and that there's just so much pain. And yeah, there is, there's a lot of things that can be perceived as bad. But depending on that perception, the way I see it, when I look out in the world, I see finally a time where people are being forced to make a choice. They're either going to find themselves and live for themselves and live in their sovereignty and find their sovereignty, or they're going to continue to be a slave and they're going to die in fear. And, a lot of people might get offended at that, but I'm not here to make people happy. I'm here to bring messages. That's part of why I'm here. And, that's what I've been doing my whole life. When I speak, I don't think about what I'm saying. I've actually, when I was a kid, my mom used to always tell me to think before I talk. And I thought that was really funny because I never knew how to do that. But when I speak, I let what feels right flow through me. And that's been able to help a lot of people in their lives. And that's part of what I'm here for and what I'm doing. And recently, I've decided that I'm going to really step out and I'm going to bring what I've been bringing to my friends, to the people that I allow in my bubble, in my circle. I'm going to start bringing that outward, which is a challenge for me. It's a little bit about me. I have been, I've been in this lifestyle for a while. I went through a pretty hard time growing up, trying to find myself, understand myself. I always felt really different. I always felt like I didn't belong. I didn't belong in my family. I didn't belong in society. I always felt that, something about me was wrong, and then as I got older and I started to experience things and I started to understand life, I realized that I was here for a purpose. Like many of you have realized, that we're here for this purpose. And some people have waken up to this purpose and some people have chosen not to, and that's okay. That's their personal choice. But I have decided personally that I'm going to step into this role, and I've been stepping into this role, especially for the past year and a half. And what I've learned to do is amazing. I mean, I've learned the power of manifestation. I've learned the power of my mind. I've learned the power of my thoughts, the power of my interactions, and with that, I've been able to bring a lot of light where I go, and I've been able to help a lot of people where I go. And, that's all I want to do. And recently, I've taken Holistic Mind, Body, Soul to a whole different level. It went from just the occasional, health coaching and nutrition and that sort of thing, positive posts here and there, to I've recently been put in contact with a group of women, very powerful and bright, positive healers that also have the same purpose and that also want to do the same thing. And we've decided to take Holistic Mind, Body, and Soul to a different level, and to have a place where people can come and actually have a physical building where they can go to for these services that we provide, and to have a safe space and to be able to talk with somebody that gets it, somebody that can help guide you through their own gifts that they've been given to help guide. And if you would have told me years ago I'd be doing this, as much as one part of me would have been like, oh, that would be so awesome, the other part of me would be like, No, there's no way I would ever actually do that, because then I could be judged, because I've always had a fear of judgment and looking bad to the world and people being able to say negative things about what I'm doing. But you know what, guys? The truth is, people are always gonna talk shit. But the thing is like, how you are living your life matters how that affects you. Like, I have always lived my life as the black sheep. I've always been the one that speaks up when no one will. I've always been the one that sees things that no one sees and points it out. You know, if you're lying, I'm going to say, hey, I know you're lying. You can't hide it from me. And that's always driven people in a direction where they're like, oh, you know, we don't really like her energy. It's too reflective, you know. And finally, at this place that I've gotten in my life, I realized that, like, I'm not like that because there's something wrong with me. I'm like that because that's what the world needs right now. And there's many out there like me that see things for what they are, and they're here and they're saying, hey, are you sure you want to be doing that? Because this is what you're doing. And, hold yourself accountable, right? Those are words I say to people all the time. And it's something that I make sure I'm always doing myself. If I do something wrong, I want to be held accountable. I want somebody to tell me, hey, you did this and you did this and this hurt my feelings, as I'm a human being. And I want to be able to think about it and say, okay, was what I was doing out of bad intent? No. Okay. Or yes, or whatever, and let me make it right. Let me hold myself accountable. Let me apologize. Let me make those changes. If there's things about me that I'm doing, maybe I don't even see. A lot of us don't even see what we're doing. A lot of us don't even see how we hurt people or how we're denying ourselves, right? A lot of us, our problem is that we want to please everybody so much that we just totally put ourselves in a corner. And do we ever ask ourselves, like, what do you want? Like, what makes your heart happy? Like, what are you here to do? What makes you fulfilled, right? Those are questions that no one asks themselves. Or people think, oh, that's just a fun dream, right? Maybe one day I'll be an artist, but maybe not because I have bills to pay and life doesn't allow for that. No, go be creative. Use your skills. Go be an artist. Go, if you want to go, bake bread or whatever it is you want to go do, that your heart is like, yes, that's me. That's what I want to do. You can't deny a piece of yourself, because when you do, this is what happens. Look at the world around you guys right now. This world is in chaos because we have so many lost souls. We have so many people that are like, who am I? What am I doing? Oh, and they're running around blaming everybody or trying to find fulfillment in consumerism. But they're not realizing those things that you buy and the nicer car and the nicer house and whatever, that is not going to fulfill you. Guess what? The boyfriend, not going to fulfill you. The husband, not going to fulfill you. The kids, not going to fulfill you. What's going to fulfill you? Doing what you love. Asking yourself who you are, finding yourself, figuring out who the hell you are. How many of you actually know who you are? How many of you can actually be like, I'm so-and-so, and here are my good things about me. Here are my things I struggle with, right? Here's what I love to do. Here's what I dislike, Just because someone else is doing it, that's their life. That's their path. That doesn't have to be yours. So just because everybody else is doing one thing, why do we feel like we have to appease everybody, right? Who are we kidding? So what I want to do in life is I want to empower people. I want people to realize that everything is as simple as a choice. You make one choice, right? You choose yourself. When you choose yourself, all of a sudden, try it. Your life is going to change. It's going to change completely. When you start choosing you, people make you think that being selfish is a bad thing. It's not. Yeah, selfish is a bad thing when you hurt other people to gain, right? But that's just militia. That's maliciousness. That's not actually selfish. Selfish is saying, you know what? I'm not going to do that because that doesn't fulfill me, right? Or that's going to make me feel bad. I don't want to do that, right? Falling into peer pressure. Why do we fall into peer pressure? Why do we feel like we have to why do we feel so much pressure that if we tell somebody, sorry, I'm not into that they're going to, what are they going to, who cares, right? Who cares? Start living your life that way. Start living your life with the mindset of you're the only one in the room, right? Most of life will tell you to do the opposite, and that's a terrible thing to do. But when you start caring about yourself, all of a sudden you have a full glass. And now you can go out into the world and you can start pouring into other people's glasses. And you can start, hey, you know what? I noticed that you needed a little bit of a help or a little bit of a boost, right? Let me help you out. You can't do that when you're pouring from an empty cup, because how are you going to give when you have nothing to give? So my whole point here is that I want to see people thrive. I want to see this world be uplifted. But going back to the idea of what's happening right now, the world is falling apart on purpose, guys. This is a reflection of everybody's inner self, right? But this is happening on purpose, because after the destruction, after all of this society that we live in, this manipulated place that makes us believe that we have no power and that we're useless, right? All of a sudden, when that entire system is crashed, the whole thing has to come down. We're not there yet. Now there's room for rebirth. And we can make that whatever we want it to be. So now's the time, guys. Now is the time for you to start asking yourself what you want. Who are you? What do you want to see yourself doing in 5 years, 2 years, 1 year, 5 minutes, right? Not what someone's expecting you. If you have a job that you hate, quit that shit. Nobody's forcing you. Go. The universe will always align with what you're ready for. And a lot of people block themselves because of this magical word called fear, right? So fear comes about. Fear, anxiety, stress, it's all the same shit, right? Okay, so you're here and you're like, oh, but I can't do that. So I'm going to stay here where I'm comfortable. So you have this like trauma bond with your unhealthy life, with your toxic life, with your toxic people, right? Because you know that it's not good for you. You know you're not happy there. You know that the boyfriend or the girlfriend or the mother-in-law or the whatever the situation that you're forcing yourself into, right? You know that's not healthy for you, but because you don't want to upset other people, you'll upset yourself. What is that? Who cares? If you don't care about you, why is anybody else going to care about you? We have to start living by these laws and these principles, guys. This is universal law, right? Treat others the way you want to be treated. Treat yourself the way you want to be treated. Stop treating yourself like shit and then going, oh my God, why does everybody hate me? Why does nobody listen? Nobody pays attention to my needs. Do you pay attention to your needs? Do you care about what you want? Do you ever think about yourself first? No, all you moms out there, let me tell you something. I was a stay-at-home mom for 5 years and it was terrible because all I did was put everybody else around me before me. And granted, I love my babies now. Nothing could ever come between me and my babies. But in order for me to be a good mom, I had to go find myself. I'm a career person. I had to go out and I had to do something. I had to put passion somewhere in the world, right? I couldn't just sit at home all day thinking, oh, I'm not good enough. I'm not contributing. I'm not this, right? How many of you stay-at-home moms feel that? How many of you guys are sitting there and you're like, oh, I love my kids, but I resent this lifestyle, right? Guys, men, how many of you are out there and you're like, doing a job just because you're worried about the money? The money will come. Let me tell you, when you don't worry about money, money comes. When you're living true to yourself, everything you need will be there, 100%. Tried and true. Been testing this out for a long time now. And I tell you what, I've never been left empty-handed, ever. But you know what I don't worry about? Money. I don't worry about how I'm going to get things. I don't worry about any of that because I don't need anything. And when I do need something, it's there for me. Whenever there's something that I need to get me to the next place, it's there for me. I don't have to ask for it. It's already there. So why am I going to worry? And you guys need to start trying these same things. You guys need to just give yourself a chance. Give the world a chance, right? Have faith. When I say have faith, I don't mean have faith that somebody else is going to come save you from this. I mean have faith that you can do this, that God made you a very special being in his image, right? Whether you believe in God, whether you don't, whether you believe in the universe, whether you believe in Buddha, whoever you believe in every single religion or belief system, there is one common denominator, my friends, and that is called faith. Have faith. But who are we having faith in? Have faith in yourself. Have faith. Take pride in yourself. Find your power and use it, right? Use it. Go out there and be fulfilled. So anyways, that's what I'm doing right now. This is the first video of many where I'm going to talk about a lot of different topics that people face and how they can get through them. I'd like to bring some tools to you guys. I'd like to help you guys to understand why these things are happening to you and why you're you know, many people have been experiencing the same traumas back to back to back. Doesn't matter if they change the situation, it's still coming, it's still happening. And I want to tell you guys why. I want to help you guys to figure out how to get past that, to overcome your karma, and to live your best life, right? It's not a bumper sticker. Like, let it for real be a thing. Literally live your best life. Don't just go on Facebook and share those positive quotes. Be those positive quotes. Don't get the tattoos unless you're about to, seriously, don't talk the talk unless you're ready to walk the walk, is what I'm saying, right? This world is full of fake positivity and fake woke. Let's be real woke, guys. Let's go out there and let's be real woke, and let's see how we can change this world. Let's see how much love we can spread by just being ourselves. If every single person right now in this world decided to just love themselves, right? Not worrying about what other people think, not judging each other, none of that, not projecting anything on anybody else, like just loving themselves. How could the world be a better place? Even if that was one day, one whole day where everybody had nothing but love in their hearts, how could this world change? It's not impossible, and it will happen. It's going to happen as slow or as fast as you guys allow it. So here we are, and it's nice to meet you all, and I'm excited to see more. So here I am, made my first video. Aurora, I told you I was going to do it. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful day, and I hope that some of the things I said can touch any of you, even if just one of you.